What's up? Hey, how's everyone doing? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you might be in the internet universe. Good to see you today. You're watching the Tommy Temper Show. I'm Tommy Temper. We're coming to you from that crystal gondola overlooking the elm lime streets of Alberta, Canada. Hey. We've got a lot of talk to you about there today. We've got a lot of action that's happening out there. We've got potential elections happening in Canada. We've got the whole thing going on in the States there with Elon and Trump. Dash and Grandma, good to see you. Good to see everyone in the chat there today. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've been live, so we've kind of been missing you a little bit. But I've been kind of having fun watching what's going on in the world out there. It's pretty wild. The streets, the streets out there are getting pretty slippery. Actually, they're getting pretty fiery more than anything. Wow. All these people out there doing their thing to the Tesla automobiles. Wow, like just going crazy out there. Going on. I guess there's not much love for Elon anymore. I don't know what's going on there. I'm up here in Canada. I'm broadcasting from Canada here today. So yeah, you know what's going on between Trump and Canada. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. It's going to be a tough one to talk about here, but we'll get over some of this stuff here that's going on. And hello to everyone in the chat there. Ethan Shorts, hey, good to see you. Thanks a lot for joining the stream here today. Hope you're doing well. Just let me get this green screen off of my TV set here. Go back to watching the news. There we go. I was watching a little bit of news there earlier today. The Canadian news there, CTV. They're talking about what's going on. And apparently we have word, the word is out there that apparently there may very well be an election called in Canada. We're kind of looking forward to that happening. And apparently word might be coming out this Sunday. Sunday is when they might be calling the election, is the latest. It's kind of all out there all over the internet that people are getting buzzwords in their ears all over the place that people are talking about the election coming up. So look forward to that, where we can actually elect a leader of the country, so that Canada can have a new leader that's actually elected, not just put in place, right? Liberals replaced Trudeau, and that's who apparently is now the Prime Minister of Canada. And of course, one of the things that Carney did first off with the whole thing in the Canada is instead of really addressing the problem that we're facing with the tariffs and Trump and stuff like that, that Carnival Carney went on a jet burning, like thousands of gallons of jet fuel to like gallivant all over Europe, met up with the leaders of France. Where else? He went over to the UK, visited with the King, and he's just gallivanting all over the place there. And then we see that maybe he's back in town here. I think he's back in Edmonton again. I don't know if that's true or not, but I saw a picture of him on the ice with the Edmonton Oilers trying to get some photo ops. There's a video of him shooting some pucks around on the ice. So yeah, not great. He's going out there for photo ops and brownie points and all kind of stuff like that. And meanwhile, the country's pretty much on fire. Yeah, we have to deal with these tariffs with Trump. So we'll see what happens with that. Hey, good to see everyone in there. We got Railroaded in there. We got Herman in there. Kit Kat, good to see you. We got who else in there? Troy is in there. Hey, Troy, good to see you. And Brett, hey, big ups there, Brett. Got Herman, we said there. Railroaded in there. Big ups, everyone. Ethan Shorts. Carney is evil, saying Ethan. Yeah, exactly. I don't know about Carnival Carney there. Like he's, I don't know. He's kind of the worst guy to be put in place, because he's like a staunch carbon Carney. That's why they call him Carbon Carney, because he's staunchly, if you re-elect Carney again, well, he's going to be putting more carbon money is going to go towards this so-called carbon net zero fund, whatever, to save the planet. of which we know that a lot of money is being collected already, and we have never seen that has done any good in saving the planet at all. So we have to get rid of that whole carbon tax. What Carbon Carney did is he went into, as soon as he was elected, and he sat down like Trump, and he signed some document getting rid of the carbon tax for you and I and the average person, but not a damn thing for corporations. So large corporations are still going to be taxed on that carbon tax, and they're going to just basically pass the cost of the carbon tax to the consumer. So the consumers still end up paying for it. And how somebody like Carney cannot envision in his mind, if he's so smart and thinks he knows so much, how he can think that taxing corporations, that the corporations are not going to pass those costs on to the consumer. Like, that's totally ridiculous. And for him to be coming up with that kind of a plan to get rid of the carbon tax that you and I pay, the little guy, at the pump and whatever, and just increase it and make it to be paid by the corporations. It doesn't matter. You got to get rid of the entire carbon tax. We don't need it. U.S. doesn't have it. China doesn't have it. A lot of countries don't have it. But somehow Carbon Carney, who's on a gallivanting trip over to Europe to try and impress the European Union, and he comes out and says, well, yeah, we got to stick with the carbon tax, otherwise we can't do business with the European Union. Yeah, well, how about doing business with the United States? We do most of our business with the states. We have to fix the tariff, or at least reduce the tariffs that are being paid. Yeah, I understand that Canada probably made a mistake in being too close to the United States and be too intertwined with the United States with going on with our business here, i.e., the auto industry and manufacturing of parts and being sent back and forth across the border. Trump is really telling us that, hey, we need strong borders, and we need to do more work on doing commerce within our own provinces. There are so many barriers in Canada between the different provinces that we're in trouble here now, that we can't even send liquor across our provincial borders because we put up barriers. There's stuff with milk and all kind of stuff, barriers, protectionism and that kind of stuff. Get rid of that protectionism within our own country and try and trade a little bit more freely with the states. Why should we have any? Trump is keeping those 25% tariffs up there. Why? Because you've got the milk boards in Ontario and Quebec that are putting big tariffs up and preventing Americans from selling milk into those areas there. Meanwhile, over here in Alberta and whatever out here, we don't really care. We don't have those kind of tariffs here. Yeah, more eggs are smuggled across the border than fentanyl now, says Telescope. Yeah, pretty much. Still doesn't understand how tariffs work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I understand how tariffs work. This is how they work. When Trump puts up tariffs, that means that the cost of an item, like for example from Canada, will become so expensive that the American won't buy the Canadian product. That's the way tariffs work. You end up producing that product within your own country instead of buying it from a country that has high tariffs. Simple. I know you're going to say, well, Tommy, you don't understand tariffs because you don't understand that when Americans put up tariffs against Canadian products, those products become more expensive for Canadians, so Canadians pay the tariff. No, they don't. They just stop buying the product. Come on. That's what happens. They stop buying. Tariffs are to stop buying the foreign product and produce that foreign product at home. That's what the tariffs are designed to do. To make your production at home instead of buying stuff from outside of your borders. For example, I have long said that we should be putting up tariffs against China for supplying us with products that are, pretty much produced at $1 an hour compared to those products being produced here in Canada for $20 an hour. How can you compete? You can't. So all the businesses are shut down in your own countries, and you're buying little widgets for next to nothing from countries like China. So yeah, that's where we need to bring a lot of that production back home. But you're in a trade war now. Like when you say to China, you're going to tax their automobiles 100%. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. So now China has come back and said, okay, well, we're going to tax canola oil, which of course we produce a lot of canola oil. When I drive out of town, out of the city here, and I go look at the farmlands of Alberta, the farmlands of Saskatchewan, I see fields of yellow. That's rapeseed, now commonly known as canola oil. And we grow tons of that stuff, billions of dollars worth of canola. And now the Chinese are putting up tariffs against that canola. Who the hell are we going to sell all that canola oil to? The canola seed. Who are we going to sell all that seed to? Like, come on. Like, these guys are not thinking about what they're doing. So now what you've done is you put up tariffs against Chinese cars, and it means that our farmers can no longer sell the product into China. In other words, they're not going to buy the product because it's too expensive. They'll buy whatever kind of oil or seed that they make oil with from other countries. So we're basically screwed here in Canada. I don't know what the solution is. Once you've dug the hole and gotten into it, I suppose for the China situation. And you know what? There's very little discussion about the China situation. Everyone is all headstrung up on the Canadian U.S. thing with Trump and what Trump is doing. Yeah, the other thing that Trump is doing is, which I kind of find is hilarious, is that he knows that Pierre Poilievre is a tough guy, right? And he's potentially our conservative leader, going to be potentially. He is the leader of the Conservative Party, but on the next election, we don't know whether or not he's going to win. I guess if you're conservative, you're hoping that Poilievre is going to win. If you're liberal, you're going to hope that Carney is going to win. Okay, so that's the situation here. Anyways, Trump has come out and said that, well, he kind of likes Carney, and if anyone is going to win the next election, I don't know if Trump said that, but he's kind of insinuating that he'd rather see that Carney is in control of Canada because Carney is a lot easier to deal with than Pierre. Oh, is that right? In other words, he's given Carney the thumbs up, right? And people are in Canada going, what? What's going on here? Trump is actually given a push up on Carney, a boost for Carney. Yeah, well, Trump's not stupid. Carney knows that, Trump knows that Carney is a pushover and that he'll be able to get him to do whatever the hell he wants. Whereas Pierre Poilievre, the conservative, is a tougher guy, just like Trump, and is going to be a harder guy to push around. So let's see. But in Canada, we need strong government. We're sick and tired of that lefty, what would you call it? Feminist type government. And by the way, I believe that Carney's son, daughter, or whatever, went through a transition, some kind of a transition. So there's that feminism side of Carney there too. I don't know whether he's a feminist or not, but I know that he's got something right within his family. So, he's probably no better than Trudeau in that feminist side there. And we're basically sick and tired of having feminists and people of that ilk running our country. We need tough representation. We need people that are going to be tough at the discussion table, at the bargaining table, and we need someone that's going to work. Yeah, and Brett, I know that Brett is the one that's always saying, well, yeah, it doesn't matter whether you elect a liberal or a conservative. They're all the same. The birds are the same, or the feathers are the same bird, wings are the same bird, whatever it is. And hey, you don't have any other choice. You can't elect someone from the Green Party. You can vote for the Green Party, sure. Vote for the Green Party. Vote for the PPC. Vote for the Communist Party. Vote for the Marxist Party. Vote for those small parties that are never going to get in. But all you're doing is throwing your vote away. Sure, you might feel good. You can give yourself a pat on the back and go, I voted with my conscience, but my conscience didn't get elected, okay? So at the end of the day, you're just throwing your vote away. Vote for one of the two big parties that you think is the best party to represent you that will potentially get into power, and those parties that don't even stand any hope in hell of getting into power, you're just throwing your vote away. So don't throw your vote away, because you know what? When you vote for the Green Party or your PPC party or something like that, instead of the Conservative Party, you're actually giving the vote to the Liberals, and the Liberals are going to get reelected again. So what's the matter with you? Do you want the Liberals to get reelected again? Aren't you sick and tired of the Liberals? We're sick and tired of them. Chris Arad. Hey, good to see you in there. We got Chris in there coming in off of the Facebook side. Hey, Chris, we're over on YouTube. If you have a YouTube on your thing there, go to Tommy Temper Show on YouTube, and that's where a lot of our chat is coming in here. And and that's what we're talking about here today. By the way, if you're on YouTube, give us a shout out there to some good channels that you know of. If you're subbed up to some channels on Facebook, for example, share out the Facebook feed to some Facebook groups that you know are fairly large. On YouTube, just plain share it out or give us a thumbs up or whatever. Yeah, give us a thumbs up. How many likes have we got here? Look at, we only have like 8 likes in here. Come on, we can do better than that. That's like ridiculous. We've got 40 people watching here already. Let's boost it up there a little bit. Hey, let's see. I saw Pat King doing a stream there today. I saw Pat doing a stream. He's doing streams there now. If you guys know Pat King from the convoy in Canada. By the way, I was in the convoy. I participated in the convoy in Canada. So I know all about what's going on there. And Pat, by the way, has been what the heck happened there? He's going back to court again. He's going back to court. There's been an appeal. The Crown has appealed the conviction and the things that he has to do, right? He's in 3 months and he's whatever, can't talk to people and whatever for another 3 months. But the Crown has appealed and they're going to pull him back in court, which is going to be more money spent on lawyers. So poor Pat King is going to be in tough trouble there. So watch Pat King, and if you feel so inclined, donate to his defense fund there. He's going to need some cash to get out of there. So that's what's happening over there in the Canadian realm of things. And the other people, Tamara Leach and everyone else there, may very well, the people that were and already got out of jail, we'll see whether or not their sentences and whatever are going to be appealed. But we'll see what is going on there. Pooh Scissors says Pat's a gifted grifter. Everyone's a grifter. I'm a grifter. You're a grifter. Everyone's a grifter. So the term grifter is a meaningless thing. Pat did a lot. He tried hard to make change in this country. Really, that's all that Pat did. Like, if you watch what he was all about and all of the things that he's tried to do and that I've watched Pat do, he has never, ever tried to harm anyone, not intentionally. He's tried to bring awareness to the situation that the world is in here in Canada. He did that in Edmonton with the teepees that were set up on Government Hill. And he did the same thing with the convoy. Things got out of hand. Things went sideways. People were there for too long, and things got out of control. And the government basically put him as being the guy that they should take down and be the person that was responsible for the thing. And the rest is history. But anyways, that's what's happening there. What else is happening? Oh, we have our good friend DOA, Defender of Ants, here in the United States, or over there in the United States, I should say, considering I'm talking to you from Canada. And DOA, Defender of Ants, you got to follow him on YouTube with some of his channels. So you have to check on that. Apparently, he has gotten a couple of strikes on his main Defender of Ants channel. And he's operating now on his secondary backup channel. And, I read the rules. I read the rules on YouTube. When you get a strike on a channel and you are unable to use that channel, i.e. it's like down for a week, and every time you try and use it, a pop-up says you're suspended from use until blah, blah, blah time. It is actually against their terms of service to go live on a backup channel. That's the way I interpret the rules. I read the rules. I interpret the rules. I follow the rules. When I get a strike on my main channel, I stop streaming for the duration of the strike. And I don't stream on any backup channel or anything because it's against terms of service. You'll get all of your channels taken away. Now, but when other people do it, like when Ant is doing it, Ant is got a strike on his channel. Okay, yeah. He can't use that channel, but he goes over to his backup channel and he's using his backup channel. Like what the hell is that all about? Yeah, DOA is out of jail. He's out of jail there now, and he's wearing an ankle bracelet, and he's trying to get people to donate money to him for his defense fund. I think he's got $9,000 out of $15,000 that people have donated to his GoFundMe or Gifts and Goes or whatever it is, and and they're also donating to him personally. So he thinks he's got about $20,000 to $25,000 that he's raised just from people on his channel donating to him. Myself, I haven't donated anything to DOA. Okay, not at all. DOA banned me from his chat. I was even going to give him a little dono, to say something in his chat. And I couldn't even do that because he has me banned. So, do I really care that I'm banned from his chat? Not really, no, because I didn't really participate in his chat anyways, because I knew damn well that if he saw my name in his chat that he would just ban me anyways. So the moment I said hi in his chat, well, he banned me. So my thoughts were absolutely right. So at this moment, if you're going to call me a bad actor, and, I can be the last guy up here saying, you know what? I wasn't in jail. I'm not in jail. Okay, I've got my head like here above board. Okay, everything that I do is legal. I don't rag on people that I shouldn't. I don't call people out that I shouldn't call people out about. And just quite honestly, there's no reason for me to be in jail or for me to be a so-called bad actor. But when you call people bad actors, and you actually, DOA probably has more enemies than he has friends. Sure. You have, people that watch your chat, but a lot of people are just sitting there waiting for you to get swatted again and to see the police action when you get swatted. And that's actually not a great way to build a channel, off of being swatted. And if you only have people watching your channel to watch the next time you're going to get swatted, well, what the hell is that all about? Sure, you have 500 people watching, but you've got 50 people participating in your chat, donating and whatever, and egging you on to go, do it again, bullhorn, go get the old ladies, get the little old ladies, bullhorn the little old ladies and shit like that. And he's always against the Scientology crowd there. And Scientology is big, it's huge. And if you don't think they're going to go after you for what you're doing, well, you have another thing coming. In fact, you did get another thing coming. You saw what's going to happen to you. So DOA, and I'm not here to rag on DOA or put him on a pedestal or anything like that. You guys if you've been following him for a long time, whether the difference between good and bad, and whether or not he's has gotten what he deserves, or whether it's gone overboard or whatever. But all I can say is that if you're supporting DOA and you love him going out there and bullhorning little old ladies and stuff like that, and you're going to donate money to him for doing stuff like that, well, all I can say is that's your decision. I'm not going to do that. And from what I've seen too much of what he's done that's been pretty damn negative, and it's not good for anybody. So all it does is it gets you in trouble, right? And if he's a professional protester, well, then he should know the difference between right and wrong. When you steal signs that belong to somebody else, well, that's theft. When you damage somebody else's property, it doesn't matter whether it's on their own property or whether it's it could be a bicycle chained up to a telephone pole. If you damage that bicycle, you're still damaging somebody else's property. It doesn't have to be sitting on your piece of land, but anything that is out in public, you can't just arbitrarily just walk up to and destroy just because you don't like who might have placed it there. And and the other thing is that when you're dealing with something like the Church of Scientology, well, then you're in fact you could be potentially perceived as committing a hate crime. And a hate crime is a very, very serious thing. Very serious thing. There you get into felonies and stuff like that. And I don't know how many felonies that he's charged with. But doesn't California have the 3 strikes rule, where after you get 3 felonies that it's like game over? So yeah, is Ant on the 3 strike rule? Is that what's happening? And Dean Wall, you know, you don't disrespect me, okay? Because you get turfed out of here when you disrespect me. I'm not clout chasing at all, Dean. I could give a shit about Ant. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about this because I'm following the story. I'm watching what he's doing, and I'm just giving you an update. A lot of you don't know what's even going on with Ant. So we're giving you an update. If I was clout chasing, I would be on here. In fact, I would be over in his chat. I'd be trying to get some subs and views and crap like that. I don't clout chase for anybody, for anything, Dean Wall, because I told you before, I'm on here for fun. I'm not here for anything else than fun. And, you know, if you don't like it, you know, start your own channel and go and do your own thing. You don't need to watch my channel. You don't need to see what I'm doing, and you don't need to try and, you know, poke the side of me. And Dean Wall, you're probably one of the worst trolls on the internet for being just so blatantly, I don't know. You must be like an NDP supporter or something. That's all I can believe, is that, because, you know, I know that people that are on that side of the fence there are just like you, right? All they can do is just sit there and be jealous of what other people are doing, right? So, Dean, be jealous of what I'm doing, because I really don't care. I don't care if I've got 50 people watching here or 20 people watching. It doesn't matter at all. It's the fact of the matter is that people watch and people want to see what's going on. And for me, this is a good outlet for me to be able to see and talk about what's going on in the world. And all the work for $20 you never saw, yeah. Yeah. So, you know, you can think what you think what you want. But you know, you're just showing that you're a troll. That's all you're showing there, Dean Wall. And Ahmad might very well bash you for disrespecting me, the host. Okay. So when you go into channels, Dean Wall, here's a tip for you. Don't disrespect the person that is doing the talking. Okay. Because that's the last person that you want to disrespect. Otherwise you might get the boot. Okay, Dean, got it? NDP. Yeah. Are you NDP, Dean, or liberal? And you can answer the question. Answer the question right now. And if you don't answer the question, well then, can we have a mod give him a timeout? Like a 24-hour timeout. That way he won't be able to say anything else here today. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm loving it already. Getting our first boot happening here, and we didn't even get started. We're only in here not even a half an hour. Wow. Hey. Okay, I'll be right back. You guys relax, take it easy. Thanks a lot for joining us here today. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so yeah, I'm I don't know what's going to happen here today. I'm at a bit of a turning point here. Locally in Edmonton, I live in Edmonton. This is what's happening here. Give you an update on what's happening in Canada here again. In local